Okay.
Welcome
Live,
to
live, live meaning.
Wait,
Got it.
wait, Mary. Where's my?
There you go.
Now,
Now we can start, right, Chris?
now we can start.
All right.
Okay.
Finally.
She is determined to get me to do some sort of video editing, and that is not going to happen, Chris. Okay.
So I'm so
As-
determined.
So welcome to another episode of the Traveling Groomers podcast.
Shit.
If you're watching the video, understand there is no editing on this. As much as Chris is going to try to get me to like delve into the world of video editing, we are not going there. So welcome, Huber. How's it going?
It's going amazing.
Yay!
I missed you at Super Zoo.
What? I was there the whole time.
Do you know
Hi.
he was in sight of the Evolution Shears booth, and I didn't realize until like the last day. I didn't realize until when I was running to the bathroom and I stopped and went because I missed
I
the
was like,
first day.
I was an aisle away.
Yeah. He was on the very next aisle.
What booth were you in?
West Coast Grooming Academy.
Oh my goodness, and I missed that.
Yeah, that's my school.
Oh, okay. So you know what? Tell us a little bit about. Wait, hold on a second. Chris has something very, very important to do first.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, I do. I would like to welcome everyone to episode number 178, recorded on September 2nd, and it is planning to air on September 21st, post Hershey, where we will either be winners or more experienced at the Barkley Awards.
Yeah, losers.
You know what? Mary's going to come home with the trophy this year. I'm going to just say it. She's got like, what do you have? Like 5 nominations?
No. I have 3 nominations. Website of the year. One is a double nomination because both of the podcasts are nominated. And then outstanding contribution to the pet industry. But then again,
Yay.
thank you. But maybe I would very much like to come home with more than the poster.
And you will. You will.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, post Hershey. Are you going to Hershey?
No, honey, I can't.
He is busy molding the future groomers, some of the future groomers of America and the West Coast.
God, you have no idea.
Well, tell us about it. That's why you're here.
What's happening here? Oh my God. It's, it's definitely going to change and improve the grooming industry. I just want to say that.
So what all is going on? And by the way, when you say your school, you really do mean your school.
Yeah, I'm a junior partnership.
Okay, very cool. So I would like to hear about your school. All right. There is such a need in the pet industry for good quality schools, and there's something is not enough of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you, it's just, like, I don't know in other parts of the country, but here in California, it's like, like I get at least 5 requests for students that have graduated. At least.
Wow. Like a week, you get a bunch of people just going, I need names, I need employees.
Send me people, send me groomers.
Nice. So what are the courses like at the school? Like how long does it take? What does a typical student go through at your school?
Well, it is a hybrid course. 4 weeks of bathing. We just teach him to bathe, the nails, the matting, bathing. What else? Anal glands, sanis and paws, and all that kind of stuff. and then they, if they pass the test, they move to the styling part of the program, which is eight weeks. It's 2 days a week from 10 o'clock until we finish. And they graduate with how can I say this? They graduate with the basics.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is what
it's 12 weeks, and we pack him. You have no idea how much we pack him with information, with education, with practice.
Nice. So you said hybrid, so there's online courses as well they take.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, the online portion of the program, they have to do it before they come into to the first day.
Okay, so what's the online portion like?
It gives them, like, education on breeds, education on bathing, education on grooming. What else? All kinds of things that they need to know before they come in and put their hands on a dog.
Okay, that's good. I think 4 weeks to start off bathing is like is appropriate, right?
Yeah.
One week to teach bathing, you can't do it.
No,
not effectively.
No. Yeah.
unless you're trying to make them run away. You can make people who aren't the right fit definitely run away in a week.
And you know what, sweetheart? We are with the state of California, so
Okay.
our certificate, we're a vocational school, so our certificates are not certificates of completion; they are certificates.
Excellent. They are diplomas. They are
Legit
diplomas.
Legit diplomas, and whenever let me see which states are like requiring this.
Every state
is California, New Jersey, Illinois, and what else?
I believe New Hampshire.
Okay.
Washington has vocational schools.
Washington. Okay, that's news to me. Okay,
so the way it works in Washington is because I was going to set up to be a vocational school, but I don't actually teach grooming, teach everything else but grooming. Everything else that's around.
You don't have the patience?
Oh, no. But because most of my courses are less than 24 hours in length, I don't need to be a school. So once you have courses that are 24 hours in length and longer, then the state of Washington comes in and regulates.
Okay.
But every state is different.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. There should be some continuity to any kind of continuing education, regardless of what kind of continuing education it is.
You know what? It should go nationally. It should go nationally.
It should.
Yeah. You know what? And that's the thing. There are, if you just look up trade schools, like if you just look up vocational schools, there are over 6,000 trade and technical schools in the US. But I can probably count on one hand the amount of those that are grooming schools.
Yep.
There are, now like in the state of New York, they have what they call BOCES schools. Don't ask me what the initial stands for. All right. And there are trade high schools, automotive, electrical, plumbing, and some of them have what they call animal sciences. Right. And it's a rather broad program. So sometimes they include grooming, but most of the time it's like everything but grooming. Okay, there's a lot of, yeah, right.
We have him here too.
Mhm.
So there's not a lot of opportunity for people who want to be groomers to go and become a groomer. You either need to go to a real school, all right, and one in which you pay and they teach you and you get a degree or diploma. However, if they go the route of working for somebody, there's like this misconception out there that, oh yeah, they could just come and apprentice and they'll pay me and I'll teach them. But grooming shops are not grooming schools. There's a distinction there.
Huge. This, yeah.
Mm.
So if you go that route as a shop, you need to hire them as an employee and pay them while they are learning.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Completely.
So my grooming school, and I literally, when I moved across the country, I actually found my diploma. And it was from Petco, and I went through Petco school. And they had me go in for 4 weeks, and then I had to go 4 weeks in a shop, and I had to work apprentice with somebody. And then I went back for 2 more weeks, and then I was a groomer. So, I mean, technically, well, that's 10 weeks.
4 weeks?
A total of 10 weeks total.
Okay.
Yeah.
But 4 of those weeks was spent with somebody else. And I got really lucky because I apprenticed with my friend Beth, and she made sure that I was getting my money's worth, or Petco's money's worth. All right. Not everybody who went through the school got quite lucky. There were a lot of wannabe groomers who ended up in that apprentice period working for somebody, and all they were doing was just bathing dogs. They weren't being taught anything.
My God, that's, you know what? That happens so often. And it's like, like one of the things that I tell my, my graduates is like, do not start as a beta brusher. You're a groomer.
Yeah, if you're a groomer and you have those basic skills and you need someone to help further your education and work with you, yes, that's fine. But don't just be a bather.
Yeah, they get stuck in there.
All right, and I have a fun story about that, which we'll get into after we take our first commercial break. So, Mary,
yes,
I also got my training through corporate, and the way it used to work, I know it's a little different now, is you went and you got trained by someone for 4 weeks, and then you had to go back to your home store and groom 100 dogs, however long that took you, under the supervision of the salon manager. Now,
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have a cookie.
Oh, have a cookie. So my salon manager had to leave at a specific time. And I have 2 really distinct memories. One was one of the only flat-coated retrievers I ever worked on, and all it needed was a neaten up, but it was crazy. And she is standing on the other side of that half door. You know, when you walk into the salons, there's the counter. She was standing on the other side of the counter by the door with her stuff and jacket on, ready to go, while this dog was giving me hell, yelling at me to groom faster. That was her supervision.
Wow.
And then she left while I was there, and I was trying to do a toy poodle and some frou-free poodle cut that I may have definitely have never done before. And I had to get a store manager to stand in there with me who knew nothing about grooming. I just couldn't groom without the supervision of a manager. So it varies wildly. Now, the person I trained under was fantastic. Fantastic. If I was at her store, I probably wouldn't have left corporate so quickly. But it does vary. And I know they've revamped the program a lot, so I'm hoping it's much better.
Hey, I got a question for Hubert.
Mhm.
How did you learn to groom?
Self-taught.
Okay. You know what? There's a lot of groomers out there who are self-taught. A lot of great groomers that are
Yeah.
self-taught.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I don't think any one way is the right way, and nobody should be poo-pooed over the method that they chose to learn how to groom. I think they're all valid.
Yeah. You know what? All roads lead to Rome. However you chose to get there, you got there.
I
Mhm.
think
That's what's important.
I think about the deciding factors on whether or not you're an okay groomer or you're a great groomer is how much you value continuing education.
Absolutely.
I cannot agree more with you.
You know, there's so many opportunities now that weren't available when I first started. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, I'm not even talking I started grooming in the Stone Age, because that's not exactly true. I didn't start grooming until I was like almost 40. But even still, in those 20 plus years that I've been grooming, all right, things have changed radically. And I can only
It
imagine
really has.
20 years prior to that, how much grooming has changed radically. So, so you learned that you taught yourself, self-taught. How did you do that? So if there are people who listen who are almost afraid to tell people that they're self-taught.
Well, it all started when I was 8. Little boy. I used to go to dog shows and take my naps in the dog crates, sleep in dog beds, and all that kind of stuff. And like people, you go to your friends, you learn how to groom setters, how to learn, you learn how to do cockers, how to do everything because you're a little boy, you're gonna teach a little boy.
All right, so you got your introduction to grooming via the dog show world.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually a really awesome way to learn how to groom, because you're there with dogs that are in show trim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you develop your eye. Like, to me, the hardest thing to teach, and the thing that I worried about when I was actively teaching it at one of the corporate stores, was if you can't look at something and say either, wow, that's good, or wow, that's bad, I don't know how to train that other than showing you lots of good stuff. Just keep showing you pictures of good things. But the eye is the hardest thing to train. I can train your hands to do stuff.
Yeah.
But if you can't see what you want your hands to do, that's rough.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you had an advantage. Your eye was being trained, even though you didn't probably think of it that way.
Mhm.
But your eye was being trained at a super, super young age. And Mary, you're right. A lot of people are almost embarrassed to admit that they're self-taught. And I get this at shows a lot, like when people come to talk to me after a class and they lean in and they're like, okay, I have a stupid question. I didn't want to ask it during class because I'm self-taught and I was a little confused. And then I go over stuff, but I don't think they realize whenever somebody tells me that, where they say I'm self-taught, but now they're taking classes and they're going to shows and they're trying to learn more. That warms the cockles of my heart. That just makes me feel so good because it's somebody who has found a joy and a passion in the industry and knows they have to learn and are going after
Hallelujah,
that
sister.
education.
Hallelujah.
And it just, don't ever feel afraid to tell your instructor that. And if anybody makes you feel poopy about that, tell them that Chris Bear Anthony said that I should be proud of my damn self. And so there, because I'm super proud of you, God damn it. So don't make anyone make you feel less about yourself.
No, anyone that takes the time to go to a trade show. All right. And you're talking to somebody who offers online education.
Yeah.
I love trade shows. I love going to them. And there's so much to be gleaned from an actual physical trade show. First of all, the instructors are there. And I will always say, see this purple hair? I am really easy to find. Okay? You have a question, scan the horizon. And when you see the purple hair, there's a really good chance that's me. Come find me and ask that question. All right.
But not 100% chance, because this is a grooming show.
Well, yeah, that's true. All right. But I'm still easier to find than, let's say, if I just had brown hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So never be afraid to ask an instructor for clarification for something that was in a class.
Amen.
Yeah. So much that goes on in the trade show. It could be really hard to calm and relax your brain enough to fully absorb everything that's going on in the classroom. You know what? And that is perfectly normal. So if you take a class and there's something you didn't quite get, there's no shame in asking for clarification. Okay. But there's other people, there's other groomers to talk to. I could remember just at a booth when I was like a brand new groomer, when I'm at a booth and I'm deciding on some blade, all right? And the groomer next to me told me what she uses the blades for based on the sizes. And that was so helpful as a new groomer to hear that, so I knew which blades to pick up. Yeah. And then there's the products. Oh my God, the products.
The products. Oh my God. Do you have 3 hours?
I am such a product whore.
So am I. Oh my God. I live on products.
Part of the reason I love Super Zoo so much is it because it isn't just a grooming show. So you got all of these grooming products, and that's great. But then the whole rest of the show, there's just miles of other stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I picked up so much new first aid equipment to try out. And the last episode, I was really upset because I actually bought this, paid for this.
That's Mr. Tom's magic towel.
Yes.
What the hell is that?
Stuff that they gave me. I paid for this.
What the hell is that?
I'm going to tell you what this is. All right. And I haven't used it yet, so I can't like speak on it, but it's something different. And it's Mr. Tom's magic towel. And it is a rinse-free compressed shampoo towel. So you wet it, it lathers up, and you wipe it over the pet like a pet wipe, and then you just towel them off.
What?
Yeah, I know. I got it because I have all short-coated dogs here, you know, and once in a while they go and they roll in something. Maybe I just want like to not dump them into the sink and just clean them off. But you know what? It intrigued me. The ingredient list is really hard to figure out what it is, meaning that it's a full ingredient list. There's no doubt about this. First ingredient is water. However, the second ingredient is one of the preservatives, which I think there's a lot of preservative in that product then. And I'm not sure, and it contains lavender. All right. It's down more towards the end of the ingredient list. So it may not actually contain a lot of lavender. However, it's marketed as a cat product. And lavender can be really iffy with cats, depending on the variety of it and the amount of it that's in there. So I'm not 100% certain that this is actually safe to use around cats. But I will try it out on my dogs and I will see what I think of it. If it's something that's good for like in a pinch type thing. I most certainly would not be grooming with this.
Well, there is some products that I've seen that have what is the God what is the sister of lavender? Rosemary.
Okay.
Okay, rosemary. Rosemary is not good for dogs.
You know what? Here's the thing. You got to be so careful with essential oils, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is where most of the allergies are going to come into. Even if it is perfectly safe for a dog or a cat, that pet may still have an allergic reaction to it based on the nature of what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's how much are they putting in there? Are they putting in enough that it actually does something, or are they just putting in enough for marketing? Right? And you got to be extra careful around cats. So by virtue of the fact that it has lavender in it, I probably won't ever use it on cats because I can't. I'm not 100% certain they've done their homework. And I would much prefer to err on the side of caution, but I will try it on one of my own dogs.
But not in a cat.
But I would not do it on a cat. No.
Yeah.
Good. It's not worth it.
No,
it's not worth it.
It's not. I don't want to be responsible for causing harm to a pet. And I most certainly don't want to kill a pet because, the manufacturer said it's okay. And while it's distributed in California, it's made in China.
Oh God. Don't get me started.
Yeah, we can get you started if you like. I read my ingredients, and if a product doesn't contain full ingredients, I don't use it because I don't know what all the ingredients are.
Yep.
So that's one of my many soapboxes. All right.
Well, I worked for Chris Christensen for over 10 years. So I know how the product is made. I know how the product is tested. I know it, inside out. So that's what I use. I'm sorry, but there is other high-end products, but I totally believe in that. I totally believe on Chris Christensen, and I know that it's well made. I know the ingredients. I know, what they do, what the ingredients do. And, to me, that's just what I need to know.
Yeah, I have no desire to play 20 questions with a manufacturer trying to figure out why this particular pet had an allergic reaction, and I don't know what's in it. So now I can't avoid it in another product.
And you know what? I'm going to ask some much different hard-hitting journalistic questions. These actually, I feel like it's a good question, but after we take our second commercial break.
All right.
So, and we're back. So because I haven't read the back of a Chris Christensen product in a while, and you work for them, I apologize for putting you on the spot for this nice, friendly interview, but where are they on ingredient disclosure?
You can call them. They will
Okay.
tell you. Yeah, they will tell you.
Okay.
It is very transparent. Transparent. Thank you. Transparent. It may not be in the bottle, but if you call them, they will tell you.
right, as long as some way, somehow I can know what the ingredients are. And I think that's really important because it's not even so much the pets, right? It's we as groomers. So if we see a pet every, let's just say 6 weeks, then we're using that product on that pet every 6 weeks. However, we are using the products as groomers how many times a day?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
yes, 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 yes.
And, I remember early in my career talking with a client who was a retired dog groomer. And she talked about, oh, back in the day, and they used to dip all the dogs,
Oh, the flea
like
dips.
the flea dips.
Oh
And
my
she
goodness.
got really sick because she was so exposed to this chemical. And I don't know what the laws are in other states, but in New Jersey, to use that type of flea dip, you have to be licensed to use pesticides. There's like a whole separate license that has nothing to do with grooming. It has to do with pesticides in general, just to use this one product, which is why there's so many of the natural products out there, because we've learned how horrible some of these old things were that
And
made
well,
people sick.
remember the tar and sulfur?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God.
When I
Oh
when
my
I
God. Cancer.
I
When
used to
No.
use, I have had dandruff issues. I used to use the Neutrogena tar and sulfur shampoo on me, on my head.
Oh my God.
They had it for people. I used it. It smelled disgusting.
Oh
you
my
know
God.
when I first worked for Petco, so they had the little shelves where they had the shampoo. So they had the big 5-gallon tub of dip that would had probably an inch and a half of dust on it.
Uh-huh.
And then they had gallons, like 4 or 5 gallons of tar and sulfur shampoo, getting a little slight layer of dust on it. And I opened up one bottle to smell because I didn't know anything. And like, this is gross. I am never using this stuff. And where that came into play is right. So at one point they made me grooming manager. So I was responsible for ordering stuff. And the store manager left. And the store manager we had was really good. I mean, he was a great guy. He didn't question anything I did in the grooming shop. And then the assistant store manager was in charge. And yeah, oh my goodness,
He wants attention. He wants attention.
It's Kitty.
Oh my God, Kitty.
By the
I'm sorry,
way,
honey. I didn't mean to interrupt, but
no,
not
that's
not to
Boston is like,
derail anything. Uber is now, ladies and gents, you have no idea the amount of self-editing I'm doing right now.
mwah.
Cat.
who
It
bears
is
a
a
sleep.
cat. That is the word for it. Nothing starting with OP that Uber is cuddling, because this is the only one we'll see him cuddle. Did a crap job self-editing there, didn't I? Okay.
Okay, go away.
What kind of
Goodbye.
kitty cat is that, and what's her name?
His name is Romeo, and he is a Franklin Street long hair cat. Yeah.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
found
yeah.
him in the street. They found
Oh.
him in the street, and like they give it to me. I'm like, like, do you want a cat? And this cat was just like so. It looked like a fucking roach. So I'm like,
Aw.
okay, well, I've never had a cat, so okay, give it to me. And 12 years down the road, here we are.
Okay.
Wow.
So there's 4 or 5 gallons of this tar and sulfur grow shampoo. And so now the assistant manager is basically running the store and he's canceling my shampoo orders. Okay. Apparently, because I have gallons of shampoo back there.
Hello? Like,
He did. He canceled my flea and tick shampoo because I had flea dip back there. And then he was canceling other shampoos because I had tar and sulfur shampoo. Well, you need to use that stuff up. No, I am not using this stuff up. This stuff is carcinogenic. In fact, maybe we just remove it from the grooming room and put it down into what we call the dungeon. So the Petco was on one floor, and directly underneath it was a full basement there. So that stuff got carted down there. I don't know what you're talking about. I do not have that shampoo anymore. We got rid of it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we used that was really not good for us.
You know, I work at a vet store. You know, I set up their grooming salon, and they used to treat mange and mites with that. And you had to like, you know, like wear, you know, like big thick rubber gloves. That's, you know, that's what I think it belongs to. You know, it doesn't belong in a grooming store. It doesn't belong in a grooming salon. It doesn't.
No, it's not.
It's not good for the dog. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
Drag it out.
No, it's not. And you're putting such toxic stuff on a pet. That honestly is the realm of the veterinarian to make that determination on whether or not this pet can tolerate something that is that toxic.
Yeah. Agreed. Completely agreed.
All right. So my next question for you. See, I have all the hard-hitting journalistic questions today, Chris.
Yeah, okay.
What was your first trade show that you went? First grooming trade show you went to?
That would be the All American.
Okay. That was
The All
back when Jerry had that.
Back when Jerry had that. And that was after Groomer has it. You know, it was like, you know, like the, you know, whatever, you know, everybody wanted to, like, you know, put me on a cage and show me.
Yep.
And I just really didn't understand what the fuck was it, you know, like what, you know. But you know, I got to meet every single person that is a mover and a shaker in the industry. And you know what? That was just priceless.
And just for people who don't know, Groomer has it. Was it 2 seasons or was it just 1 season? I think it was 2 seasons.
Two seasons.
Okay. And that was long before Pooch Perfect. Right.
Yeah.
And I think a much different show. And did you know I got to meet Chicken Joe?
No.
Yes.
Give me a second. Okay. I'll be right back.
Chicken who now what?
Yes, sir.
Chicken Joe.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna have to go watch like the first season of Groomers Has It to see Chicken Joe.
Okay. I mean, I know I watched.
Okay, look at this.
Oh.
You see this? Do you see this beautiful creature?
Yes.
That's Chicken Joe's breeder.
Oh.
I had to go to freaking Maine to get this dog.
Now wait, is that the Pomeranian that got the cleavage to match the woman? Or was that a different season of?
No, that was a different season. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
No, this little thing is like, you know, it's my life. And, you know, Chicken Joe goes like, there is a story behind this. I had 2 Shih Tzus, you know, and I lost one, and I was just so heartbroken. And I went to New Hampshire, you know, to the trade show, and I heard Chicken Joe saying, you know, like, I have this puppy, and this puppy is gonna be just wonderful, and I am so proud of him. And I just went, and I'm like, you know, like, what can I do to get that puppy? And he goes, just ask for it. So I'm like, you know, like, okay, so when is it gonna be ready for, you know, for traveling? And he goes, there is 2 things you need to learn from me. First, I never send a puppy by itself.
Yeah.
And the second one, I choose and pick my, the people that I'm gonna give the puppy to. And if you're willing to come to Maine and get it, it's yours. I'm like, holy mother of God.
What time of year did you go to Maine to get him?
It was either October or November.
Okay, because that's really iffy. How much snow was up there?
And it was no snow, but it was cold as hot. It was so fucking cold. It was horrible. I got to experience what it is like, like -10.
For
You
people
know
who
what?
don't, that's cold. That's even by my
That-
standard, that's cold.
That is cold.
That is cold. And you know what? Now I have to re-Google Groomer Has It, because I know for a fact I watched both seasons, because I think new episodes dropped on Saturdays. And
Yeah.
Saturday I was, and the both time, like when it was on, I was with corporate. So Saturday was like a 12-hour shift. I would come home, I would be exhausted, and I would watch it over like dinner and drinks and yell at the TV. That's like, yeah.
So who was your favorite person on your season of Groomers Has It?
Oh my God. By all means,
Yes.
this is a goddess. This person I freaking love, like you have no idea. Lisa Liddy.
Oh,
She was my goddess. Like I remember the first day that we came together, and like she looked at me and she gave me a wink. And I'm like, oh, this woman is gonna be something else. So yeah, that was that was, and that is my favorite person. And like whenever I see her, it's just like like she's just a wonderful person.
It introduced us to a lot of some fabulous people. Now, my customers all loved Groomers Has It. So there would have to be a discussion every week after an episode dropped. And I had one of my clients who said she knew someone who knew someone and who could get me like something to get. No, please don't do that. Chris, can you imagine me on a show like that? How long would I last?
Forget how long you would last in terms of being like booted off the show. How long before somebody stabbed you? Like, I no. I say that with love.
He says it with love.
I say that with love, but Mary, all right, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of the fact that I can't get Mary yet to say it on tape, Mary is a perfect example of someone who has completely run out of fucks. The reason I can't get her to say it is because she has no more fucks to give. So that level of like mom of teenage daughters with zero fucks on a house full where they're trying to get people pissy at each other. But they're trying. I want to say it was Lisa Liddy who said they tried to stir stuff up because she wasn't really talking, and she made some kind of crack about she's a tequila drinker. So, maybe after a shot or two of tequila, and a bottle showed up on set.
Oh, sweetheart.
Like the next day, because they were trying to get people in those little off-camera things to be vicious. Mary would need nothing.
Honey, I gotta tell you, we had the chance of ordering food, like like if you want something, they will bring it to you. The food that we ordered never arrived, but the wine, the scotch, the vodka, every single freaking day. that's how they had me to like do my first explosion. I think it was in the first episode. And then I thought, you know what? No, I'm gonna make an ass of myself and I'm not gonna drink anymore. So I drank like a lady.
You realize I have a cocktail tip for today's episode. So
Well,
I don't know. Apparently, I'm not a fucking lady.
well, I
Let's-
didn't. Let's put it this way: I didn't make an ass of myself because of alcohol anymore.
Okay. Okay. Let's take our next commercial break. And I completely meant to say something else, but we're back. Whatever. We froze when we froze. I can't get the cast list for the second season.
Oh God. Jesus
I
Christ.
can't imagine me not watching it.
I'm sure you do, honey, but
I'm
you know,
sure
it was
I did. Like, look,
2009. Come
oh my
on.
God, that was a
It's
long time ago. My
It
brain,
was 11 years ago.
my brain.
My beard wasn't this white.
That is also true. That is also true. Well, season 2, Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, if it's not finding it, what?
Yeah, you cannot find it. I mean, like, you know, like I have a set of CDs that oh no, DVDs that that have the entire season,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Yeah, we can get season 1 up.
Yeah, I got a list of the contestants for
Yeah.
season 1.
Oh, no,
Season
I got it
one.
here. No, here we go. There, Lisa Leedy.
Yeah,
There's someone named Danielle.
Danielle, yeah.
yeah.
William. They're not doing
Bill.
Will.
Yes, Will.
Cassandra.
Wilhelmina.
Chicken Joe.
Chicken Joe.
Joe, yeah.
Vanessa. A Jessica.
Vanessa, yes.
A
Jessica,
Krista,
yeah.
A
Yeah.
Sherry.
Sherry, yeah.
I'm trying to get what are the last names here.
Wait, this is season 2. Yeah, there's
season
there's
2.
no last names.
No, they just have first names here. How could they not have last names?
You know, it's just a shitty, shitty.
Oh no, you were on. So
company that made it.
Okay, I found it.
I mean, come on, they didn't give us like a copy of the whole season.
I know. I 100% watched season 2 because I remember you and Lisa Leedy. So I just, when I'm looking at names, everything kind of blurred together.
But they have the last names for season 1.
But they don't have the last names for season 2.
It's like you guys didn't count.
I don't know.
No. It's like they were so famous you didn't need 2 names.
Oh, okay.
Please, honey,
There you
I was just a groomer in Hollywood. I never thought that I would be on TV and that I will be the person that I am right now. It's just like what happened? What the hell? It was just incredible.
And now now that I'm looking at the cast list, Huber, please forgive me. I feel like a douche because I forgot you won. I forgot you won. I completely forgot you won. I am so sorry. I am such an
honey,
asshole.
Please. Oh, please.
Well, you know what?
You have to realize that like this like cutesy little reality shows are yes, it's reality, but it's guided reality.
Yeah.
You have a compelling story to tell, you have a personality, you're a good groomer, you win.
Mhm.
And like I'm gonna say, I mean, like like Lisa would have like like groomed me under the table by all means, but like they decided to give it to me, and that's what happened. And like I tell her all the time, it's like like you were the one that deserved it. I mean, come on, I'm
I s-
competing with Lisa Lidi. Hello.
and there's a lot of weird reality show stuff that just happened. Like my husband still, if we're talking about season 1, my husband still remembers Kathleen as the person who should have won, but somebody sabotaged her styptic powder.
Mm, don't ask me about that person, please.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, but that will get edited
let's
out.
leave it at this.
That's
But,
okay. We'll have something to discuss when we go off air.
yeah, I'm editing out that too. But anyway, what I'm saying is it's just a lot of reality show stuff. And it wasn't
Mhm.
always about who was the better groomer, because we know they tried to get people stirred up and talking smack about each other off the air.
Oh yeah, honey, if you would have read
Mhm.
the things that people said about me, like one person said, he should die.
Oh, people online are vicious.
It's like, like, what the hell, bitch? What did I do to you? Like, like he should die. Oh my God. I'm
People are
like,
just
well, same to
angry.
you, honey. Same to you, darling. Thank you. Thank you for the love.
How about eventually? Yeah, sure. At some point in time.
At some point in
Absolutely.
time, we all are going that way. So whatever.
But I'm not going to put that on today's to-do list. Okay. That's technically on my bucket list. It's the last item on my bucket list,
And there you go.
but not today.
Yeah, not today. Today I'm happy. Today I'm like, like just, oh my God, you guys, if you could only know what's going on in here, with the company that I'm with. I mean, it's a school. We have four, one, two, no, we have three salons, and we have a fleet of mobile. So it's like,
Nice.
uh yeah, nice, but that's what making my beard white.
So
Like I've never, never, and the reason why I'm a groomer is because I didn't want to deal with computers and all that kind of shit. But you know what? Right now I'm needed. It's needed. So I have to learn that shit. It's not fun.
Well, and
I
here's the
tell
thing.
you, it's not fun.
I enjoy the tech side of grooming, by the way. And that I got shoved into that because when I had
person. Nothing. I said nothing. Go ahead.
because my son-in-law used to do my website, and he did a fabulous job of it. But
Yeah.
because he was doing it for free, all right. I was like last on his list. So anytime I needed to change something to the website, I'd have to wait. I mean, I would be putting up classes for first aid, and by the time he got around to it, the class was already over. So I'm like, just show me how to do it. And the quote I got from my son-in-law was, I wouldn't understand it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's horrible. I
Yeah.
hate it.
So then it became my mission to, I'm going to learn this stuff. I don't need you. He hasn't had access to my websites in like 15 years.
Oh my God. So you really went like, like really hard at it.
Oh, yeah. There's like, honestly and truly, if I don't know how to do it, I can figure it out.
Okay.
Come over, please help me.
Oh, wait a second. Let's take our fourth commercial break and maybe Mary will discuss doing just that. So Mary, is
Yeah.
that one of the services you provide in your
Actually, technically,
retirement?
no. However, what's your problem? Don't say anything.
What's your problem? Do you have an hour?
The next time we're at a trade show together, we'll sit down. You'll tell me what you're having an issue with, and I'll help you out with
Oh,
it.
honey, you know what? We are working on on an advanced course, which means like, like you're a groomer already, you know how to bathe, you know how to clip hair, you know the basics. And I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna refine it. It's like, I'm gonna teach you things that you don't know. I'm gonna teach you, how to be a more efficient groomer, how to make more money, etc., etc., etc. And I have to write everything. I have to write everything. And it's just like, like,
Can't wing it.
oh my God, where do I start? I mean, like where do you start?
All right. Well, I need a little bit more information than that. How are you planning to deliver this material? Is it in person? Are you trying to do this online?
Oh no, it's in person. It's hands-on.
Okay, so then what is the tech issues that you're having trying to put this online?
Yeah, you know what? The knowledge is here. That's not a problem. How to because obviously English is my second language.
Okay.
So writing it.
All right. So
That's the problem.
all right. So what you're looking for is for someone to take that information out of your head and put it into like a program that you can just offer, correct?
Bingo.
Okay. All right. So what you need is you need to spend a little time just randomly talking about everything you want to teach. And there are people who will put it together for you, who will make it into something cohesive. And it should be somebody within the grooming industry, because you're going to talk about things that are only going to make sense to somebody who knows what it is. So when I hired out someone to do my transcripts, but they were not in the pet industry because they were missing too many things. All right. And it's not that what they transcribed wasn't perfect. It was, but it didn't necessarily make sense on things because they didn't know what it was.
Exactly.
All right.
Yep.
So now here's the thing that I'm a big proponent of, there's a lot of people that have a lot to offer the industry after they no longer can physically groom. And this is an example of that. All right. So somebody who can look at or listen to you talking about what it is you want to cover over it, and then put it in a format that makes sense so you could follow it step by step and teach, and then have like your own transcript so you make sure that you are covering it.
That sounds about right.
Okay, so we're putting this call out right now.
No, and you know what? It's a really, really, really awesome idea. We usually take like, oh, I have to tell you this, this is the most incredible thing I've ever been part of. There is a my English is leaving me, I'm sorry. There is a foundation called the Michelson's Foundation. Okay. What it is a lot of people who are millionaires, billionaires, that instead of like, like spending their money or giving their money to taxes, they want to put it into action and to help people. Okay. So, my senior partner, the CEO of the, of the school and the entire company, got a hold of him. And what they're doing is that they're paying for education of people that are in halfway houses, battered women, people that are just out of jail, people on AA or whatever it is, whatever the need is, and they're paying for everything. And we are turning them, oh my God, what is this little slice of heaven?
Oh, you're not wearing a sweatshirt, so he can't be crawling in your sweatshirt.
No, he's sleeping on the blanket next to me. And he woke up, he make an appearance. I know you, Jojo, good boy. Good boy.
No.
You
What's
know
his name?
what? That's Pooh Bear.
Are you kidding me?
That's it's Pooh Bear.
You know what? From what I've heard about how Pooh behaves when you're not at home, I have a feeling that Pooh is to you as Loki is to me. Like, we look at these animals and think that they are the best, perfect things. And our spouses are like, that demon spawn while you're away, you know what that spawn of Satan did. 100% think that.
I am so grateful I can take my Yeso with me to work. He works with me.
Oh,
Nice.
so before Pooh Bear rudely interrupted you.
Yep.
So this foundation?
Yeah. So this foundation is paying for, for classes, for, the entire thing. And we are sent tons of people that, that are grateful, that are getting, getting some education, and that are gonna, they're gonna be hireable, and that is just something so amazing to me. Like, I never knew that when I said, yes, I'm gonna teach people, I was going to do something like that for the community. I'm gonna tell you a story that, it just like, like brings tears to my eyes. Like, there was this person, who was a little off at class, and I'm like, like, what the hell is happening, So I took this person out and had a conversation with them. And it happened that they haven't eaten in 2 days. My God, what do you do? What kind of words can come to me, to to be a human to this person, I'm like, I took 15 minutes and, I went to McDonald's and I got him a, a Big Mac and, fries and soda, whatever. So ever since then, we keep a drawer with snacks, drinks, water, sodas, energy drinks, whatever, because you never know what this person is going through. Some of these people are, they have never experienced what it is compassion, respect, and love. And, being part of this is just, it's just amazing. And, wow, it's just like, like it's a higher purpose, teaching is not, like going and, like saying what you need to say. No, teaching is like, like taking every single person with every single personality and bond with them, and like teach them what you need to teach. I've taught autistic people. I've taught autistic nonverbal. I've taught people that don't speak a word of English or Spanish. I've taught, and this is the big challenge. I've taught lefties. Lefties are a big challenge. It's the biggest challenge.
Oh,
And
did you get a chance to use that idea I came up with at Super Zoo?
which one, honey?
You put a mirror, have them look at you
Oh,
do it in a mirror.
yes, I did. And you know what? It was like it was amazing. It's
Oh,
like
fantastic.
like, okay, so I do it this way, so you do it this way.
Yeah.
Is yeah. Thank you for it. I really, really, really appreciate it. It's helping me out because right now I have a class of 7 in which 2 are lefties.
Oy. Yeah.
So it kind of like like I get my jollies out of it. I was a groomer. I did beautiful work because like I'm not gonna humility is not demeaning yourself.
Mhm.
I did beautiful work. I took care of my clients and everything, but there was something missing. There was something that what's going on here. I'm not that happy. I'm not fully realized. And until I went to West Coast Grooming Academy, it gave me purpose. It gave me it gave me life. It gave me, I've always, like battled with depression. Since I was a little child, they didn't understand it. Like way back then in a third world country, you're just lazy. You're just stupid. You just don't get it. But no, the thing is that like I was depressed, and yes, I take my meds, but this right now, what I'm doing is hard. It's very hard, but kind of like like I feel healing. I feel healing through people. I can say anything else. Like I'm just, I feel realized right now.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And on that really upbeat note, we're going to take our last commercial break, and then I'm going to come back with my cocktail tip. Okay, and we're back. And you know what? I'm glad you came on and we're able to talk about that, because when I saw you at Super Zoo, you were like the happiest I've seen you in years.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you were just like, and a partner, and it's wonderful, and it's fine. And you were just so like joyful. And I'm like,
Oh
yes!
my God.
Because when you love teaching, you are joyful about it because you're sharing something you love.
Yeah.
But okay, here's my very important cocktail tip. So we all hate when ice melts in our drinks. We go through all this, maybe we make a fancy cocktail. As Mary may have known, and some of you may remember, I got a subscription to Shaker and Spoon, which is like a cocktail box. So every month they send you everything except the alcohol that you need to make whatever fancy schmancy cocktails. So in the last box I got, it had a bottle of coconut water. And it, those big ice cube trays, or the ice cube trays for like the huge ice cubes?
Yeah.
Where you can get like a big ball or a giant block or something.
Yeah.
Well, the instructions for this cocktail was to put the coconut water in that. So as your giant ice cube melts, it actually adds flavor to the cocktail and to the drink. So your first sip of the drink is not going to be the same as your last sip of the drink. And it's not going to doesn't taste like watered down. It just tastes different because it's coconut water instead of water. So it's got actual flavor to it. And I liked it so much in the particular cocktail they did, I actually bought another box of coconut water, and I'm going to make more of the giant ice cubes. It was really good.
Oh, honey, I'm a scotch and ice type of guy. But you know what? But you know what though? I once in a while like a really, really, really good cocktail.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to like email me or like tell me about this little slice of heaven.
Oh,
because I love coconut water.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I will take a picture of that recipe card.
Okay.
And I will text that to you because it's really delicious. And it's with añejo tequila, but you could probably put, I know. You could, I meant to make that and I accidentally made it with rum because I just was tired and I grabbed a bottle and I poured out, I measured and I went, that's not tequila. That's it. Okay, what? Well, coconut and rum are classic. So I still used the coconut ice cube and I just did something else with it. And it was all right. It was all right.
But not the same.
Not quite the same as what I was looking for, but it was still quite lovely.
Good.
Well, I am so happy for you that you're able to make a difference in your community. And not just your piece of the world community, but the grooming community at large, because you know what, every groomer, and this goes for every school, every groomer that goes out has the ability to change the world one pup at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely,
that's why we love what we do.
Absolutely. I'm such a lucky fucker, I swear to God. Every time that we talk, every time that, we see each other on trade shows or whatever, it's like, it's always something new.
Yeah.
And, like, I just love my life. I swear to God. And, like that, that is such a wonderful thing because, you know what, that's contagious.
Yeah.
It is contagious. And I like to see people smiling. I told you probably, when was it? Pasadena, 2 years ago. You were wearing your jewel mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
And like, like I told you, like, like I fucking hate masks. I hate them with all my heart. And it's not because, you have it on, but it's just because you don't see the face of the people. You cannot smile, And I'm so happy that, all of that is back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I wear sparkly, sparkly masks and smile with my eyes. All right. So thank you. Mary, did you have any other questions before we wrap up?
We're good. I just wanted to thank Huber for taking time out of his day.
Yes.
We appreciate it.
Oh my God.
We do, especially since I know it was kind of last minute because we were trying to get an extra episode in because Hershey and trade shows and stuff. But
what the fuck? Taking time? This is adding time to my day.
There we go.
This is adding time to my day, Mary. Like I'm just so happy to talk to you guys, and like I don't know. I think I'm just gonna like go to the store and buy a bottle of vodka and like drink it, and
and some coconut water and freeze the ice cubes. Oh, because that would go good with vodka, actually.
Huh.
I'm planning now. I'm building new cocktails in my head.
You know what? Starbucks pink drink vodka.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Try it.
That sounds like dangerous. Like you could just put the vodka in your pink drink container and just walk along the street going, I feel like I'm in New Orleans. Anyway, we were wrapping it up. Thank you for spending the time with us, and
Oh,
I hope to see you soon.
I hope to see you soon too. And you know
Okay.
what? Thank you
Don't
so
don't go
much.
anywhere after we stop recording.
Yes, yeah. Don't go anywhere yet. But ladies and gents, safe travels.